right, guys. Well, then F in the chat for Ty P. So Bam Margera, we've been covering him for a while now because it just seems, while everyone looks at Britney Spears and these other celebrities, you're missing the forest for the trees. You're missing the guy who's right in front of you, rotting to death as we speak. And
much like this tooth.
And much like my teeth. And somehow, every time we see him, we've started to now go with Bam, oh, this isn't rock bottom yet. The bottom keeps falling out.
I don't know if there is bottom that isn't the end for him.
I don't know. We talked about that with the yelling at the wife at the Chinese restaurant thing, which we played the video of, which was, rock bottom for this guy might be death.
It's unfortunate, but I don't know if you were on with Johnny or something, but I think somebody had a good point where they said that might be better for the kid. To
do it at this age?
Yeah. Well, not only that, but he's starting to notice what, daddy's got something wrong with him.
He went in there.
I don't think you want to remember your dad that way.
Bam Margera went into a Chinese restaurant wearing a cape, shouting at his wife about his child. And he was clearly intoxicated. He got arrested afterwards. A week after he got arrested for a woman accusing him of kicking her, which was a week after he went to some Vegas thing and posted videos of himself all fucked up.
At the strip club.
Yeah, which was a week after Steve-O washed his hands of him, which was a week after Steve-O tried to save him again. Well, Bam Margera decided that with all this bad press facing him, he would try to get something going promotionally.
Really?
Yeah. And to show that he's let bygones be bygones. And to show that Bam's in a much better place. He's now challenging Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine to a fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
He couldn't. There's no way that guy has the lung capacity at this point.
No, it would not be a very good fight.
Swing, dude.
I don't know that Johnny Knoxville's any kind of a badass at all. But I think if you can't beat up Bam Margera in the state he's in now, I think you have to cut your dick off.
I feel like Knoxville doesn't have to hit him. He's just going to fall over.
Right.
At this point.
It's like when Paulie attacked Rocky in the car garage, and Rocky just went like this and, leaned away from him, and Paulie just wore himself out. Oh my God. Heroin addicted Paulie from Rocky. That is the perfect way to describe Bam Margera.
God, imagine using heroin. Fuck.
Imagine being Paulie from Rocky without any of the charm. Holy shit. And on heroin. So let's watch
Who's cuter?
Paulie, 100%.
Paulie.
Yeah, Paulie for sure. Let's go ahead and watch Bam Margera challenge Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine to a fight. Again, just days after he accosted his wife in a Chinese restaurant with their kid there.
So this is not a brand new idea.
He's slurring. He's fucked up.
I think that's just his speech now.
He's just high all the time.
Right.
He's just constantly high, so he's always slurring because he's fucked up.
He is the drugs and the drugs are him.
Yeah, they're bonding.
A brand new idea. Knoxville and Tremaine made me sign this basically a death waiver.
A death waiver? I'm sorry, was she a great big fat person?
Does he have gauze in his mouth? Did he have a tooth extracted?
Did he have? I had 3 teeth taken out yesterday. What's your excuse, Bam? Did she have a death waiver? Excuse me, death waiver?
I want you to come try and hit me.
Or a candy cane? Did you sign a death waiver, candy cane? Was this Rusty Nail? Bye bye, Black Sheep. You sound like fucking Rusty Nail from Joyride. Ugh. So he's already fucked up, and he says they made him. So he still hasn't let this Jackass Forever thing go, which was 2-3 years ago at this point.
Right.
They wanted him on the movie. They knew he was a fuck up. They're like, we want to give you a charity payday, $10-15 million to be in this movie.
Be part of this.
All you have to do is not take a single pill or touch a single drink, and we're going to test you. And what does he do? He throws a tantrum, quits the movie, makes videos saying, oh, they tried to kill me. They wouldn't let me do this. They wouldn't let you take drugs. And he's like, but I had a prescription for those. Probably a shitty, phony subscription.
You can't even get through one of these bitchy videos without puking.
Right. And then he did a video bitching about them where he's literally vomiting into a trash can. because he's so fucked up.
He's healthy, guys.
They basically made me sign a death waiver or death raver.
Death raver.
No, the death raver is the thing you've been doing. Your life is signing a death raver. They were trying to get you off of the death raver, but you wouldn't sign their raver. So now you're on your own raver, which is a death raver, in your words.
To take 18 medications to make me a zombie. I couldn't get my dick hard. I couldn't fuck my own wife. I couldn't.
You don't need to be fucking your wife right now. You need to be getting clean off of drugs right now. And the shit they were trying to put you on, Bam, is so that you can become a normal, functioning human being to do the movie they were having you do. Bam, you are so fucked up that you think your fucked up state is normal. They had to give you a bunch of shit so that you wouldn't get sick from going cold turkey. They had to give you stuff that would keep you awake, that would keep you focused. Bam, you are such a fuck up and a junkie that they have to give you meds to make you normal again.
Mentally stable.
And yes, over time, you won't need those meds anymore.
Right. People wean off that shit just like you try to wean off the bad drugs. But you're right. He thinks that the bad drugs and stuff is so normal.
Right.
He sees all of this as an attack.
And
it's
look,
a personal attack.
Are pharmaceutical companies rat shit pieces of ass that screw you over with all of these drugs? Yes. Absolutely. But Bam is in such a dog shit place that those drugs are better than what he's been doing.
Yeah, graded on a curve.
Yeah.
Much better.
The lesser of two evils.
You have to pick one.
Bam needs a lesser evil so he can get closer to being able to do the right thing.
Yes.
Stiff muscles, bald hair, fat, weight gain. Fuck you, motherfuckers.
Well, you know what, Bam? Thank God you didn't take any of that shit so you could look as good as you do now.
Right. I was going to say it could be the drinking, weight gain.
Could be the heroin. Could be any of the drugs.
I'm sure heroin could help your hair fall out.
I mean, he sits there and talks about these guys wanting to give him these drugs that would make him this way. Again, the bad drugs being his new normal. He thinks this looks good.
God, goes to his wife, would you fuck me?
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
Yeah, you don't yell that when you're wearing a cape in a Chinese restaurant, Bam.
God, I think having sex with you is like the last thing on her mind, I'm sure.
Here, let me lay out who had the better idea. Jeff Tremaine, Johnny Knoxville, and over here, Bam Margera. Do it Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine's way. Your hair falls out a little bit. Your dick can't get hard while you're making the movie. You make $10 to $15 million and you get to make a movie. Or you can do it your way and you can get super fucked up, kick women, yell at your wife and kid in a public restaurant, get arrested numerous times, alienate all of your friends, fuck over Steve-O, who's the nicest guy in the world. Mm-hmm. You're right, Bam. Their idea for you was horseshit.
Well, one of those options says freedom to him, and that's the one where he gets to do what he wants.
It's what addicts always say. Like one of the things addicts say when they give up and they acknowledge that they're powerless over their and you can shit on 12-step programs all you want. I've never fortunately had to deal with one. But addicts have like a 90-some% relapse rate anyway. Mm-hmm. And I think the 12-step program, statistically, they've shown it improves that by like 5 or 10%. But like, hey, anything helps. You know? If you've got 1 million addicts and you save 10% more of them, you saved, 100,000 people?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
I mean,
but one of the things they do in those 12-step programs is, and I think this is great for anybody, let alone addicts, is my best thinking got me here.
Yep.
So I can't trust my own instincts right now because my best instincts got me to the place I'm at. That's something Bam hasn't realized yet, and it's another reason why you know Bam is not going to get better anytime soon. It's a race right now. It's a race between somewhere on this track. We don't know where. It's in one of those Mario Kart mystery boxes. Somewhere on this track he's on is Bam's moment of self-actualization and awareness. In another Mario box, there is death coming for him.
I see.
Which one will he hit first?
I see the first one coming as he's meeting the second one. I think he
lives through something.
I think he has a moment of self-realization while he's going out the door.
Sure. Okay.
And that's going to be ugly.
It's a good possibility.
It's not a good way to go because now you sit there and feel like you fucked it all up and you don't have time to make it right.
Jeff Tremaine is too much of a pussy to get in the ring with me. But Knoxville, if I double dog dare him, he says if I double dog dare anything, he'll do it. So Knoxville, I double dog dare you to get in a ring with me without any boxing gloves so I could ring. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I fuck you up.
He's gone.
This is awful.
This is really... these keep getting sadder and sadder.
Yes.
Because at least the yelling at the wife in front of the kid, it was for a few seconds.
At least, yeah.
It was an emotional outburst. It was unfortunately caught on film. But it was an outburst for a little bit. This is a guy who set up a camera, thought about this, and is drunken or drug-addledly ranting at the guys who have done nothing but put tens of millions of dollars in his pocket.
He thought this was good enough to post.
Right. Get you in the ring and fuck you up with bare knuckle. Hey, Bam, the thing that makes boxing someone not assault is not just the physical ring. All right? If you get in a ring, it doesn't mean... If I take somebody into a ring and I start punching the shit out of them, I can't go, hey, it's not assault. We were in a boxing ring. Bam, it needs to be sanctioned.
There has to be rules.
Right. The thing that gets the assault laws taken out of it is either self-defense or it's a sanctioned event by either USA Amateur Boxing or a state athletic commission, depending on whether it's professional or amateur. That's like when Sam Hyde punched the shit out of I.M. Thompson, they didn't go, let's just put some gloves on and punch each other.
Nope. They
got commissions to, and bam, here's where your little fantasy play isn't going to work. You would have to pass a physical.
That's true. To be in a fight, you have to pass your physical and have some sort of like insurance from a gym.
You have to have insurance. You have to have a boxing license, amateur or professional, depending if you want to use headgear or not. And you have to get a physical and pass drug tests. You have to pass health tests, blood pressure, things like that.
Yeah, make sure your heart's good enough to do this.
Yeah, bam. Look, Johnny Knoxville is not a young man anymore. There's no guarantee that he passes it, but he seems like he's in relatively good shape. Bam, you got no chance.
Let's go. Pussy. Oh, if you're going with pussy, then he really gets mad. Pussy.
I don't think anything Bam Margera could say to anyone would bother them at
I
this
actually
point.
feel gross watching this. Like, I'm just watching a guy who I just had a Steve-O moment where I'm like, this guy's going to turn up dead next week.
Yeah.
You know, this is really gross, hard to watch.
Well, and what's weird about it is you watch it and you always expect, you're like, someone's going to come and turn that phone on. Someone's going to come and help him. The only problem is people have tried, including Tremaine, Spike Jones, and Johnny Knoxville, which, by the way, none of them had to. They're businessmen. This is a dollars and cents situation. They're a lot nicer guys than I am. If I were running that Jackass brand, I'd say, yeah, we're clearly not even going to offer Bam a role in this film.
And the thing is that those people have all reached out to him previously and tried to help. They're done calling his phone, and that's why he's putting out videos like this.
And that's a common thing with addicts.
Nobody's calling his phone anymore, checking up on him.
Right. A common thing with addicts is you say, wild shit, you alienate people, and then when they go, I'm done, I can't do this anymore for my own health, they go, look at all the people who have abandoned me. Now I want to fight Johnny Knoxville bare knuckled in a ring. Bam, bad news. Number one, not legal. Number two, you're going to lose.
He's sitting here calling him a pussy trying to get some attention.
If I'm Johnny Knoxville and I still give a shit about this guy, maybe I accept this. And I beat the living fuck out of this guy. And I go, maybe, just maybe, this will humble him to the point. How about this? Johnny Knoxville agrees to the fight. And he goes, Bam, if I win, you lock yourself in treatment or whatever you have to do. You don't go anywhere. You don't get any visitors, anything, until you either die of withdrawals or you get better.
Yep.
That's it. You can't see your wife. You can't see your kid. You can't see anybody.
Would he stick to it? No.
You'd have to. This would be legal. We'd make it legally binding. Put like $50 million on the line.
Okay.
Something stupid. And then, bam, if you win, we will all leave you alone. You can do whatever you want. Live your life however you'd like to. Perfect. There you go.
Never mind Jeff Tremaine. He's such a fat pussy. There's no need to talk about him. Knoxville, get into a boxing ring with me with no gloves on. 1, 2, 3, I'll fuck you up. Let's everybody bet money on it. I will fuck you up.
Why? Like, this is such a 13-year-old thing to say.
I'm telling you, it's just a cry for attention because Johnny's not calling his phone.
Right.
That's it.
He's not saying anything about it.
He's sad that nobody's caring how Bam is anymore. It's hard.
It's pain. Yeah, this is definitely
hurts.
pain. This is I'm hurt that nobody will talk. I'd rather have them talk about how crazy and fucked up I am and challenging them to fights, because I can't come to them with vulnerability. I can't come to them and say I fucked everything up. I need you to help me. I feel like there's a piece of Bam underneath all the drugs that's saying this because he wants them to help him.
He's crying somewhere and hoping for a hug and a handout.
Somewhere inside of him, there's this feeling. It lives like right here. And it goes, reach out to Johnny and Jeff and Steve-O and ask them to help you because you're terrified. You don't know what the fuck is going on with your life. You're out of control and you need someone to take over. But then it gets to booze and it gets to prescription drugs and it gets to illegal drugs and it gets to his intoxication. And then by the time it comes out his mouth, it's, I'm going to fuck you up. Let's get in a boxing ring with no gloves on and I'll fucking destroy you.
It's ugly.
It's too bad because you can see the cry for help that this is. He just doesn't know it is one.
He's looking around seeing all the people that used to be part of his life living their lives and having a good time, including his wife and his son.
Right.
And he's not part of it. And he's almost insulted that they're not making him part of it.
Exactly.
Up in one punch. You're such a pussy you can't sign your death waiver. That's what you made me do with Paramount, you fucker.
Ew.
Your death waiver. Why does he need to sign the death waiver?
He's doing fine.
Johnny Knoxville is remarkably successful. Not only that, Johnny Knoxville can stop at 2 beers. Johnny Knoxville doesn't need to sign this so-called death waiver that you're talking about. Sid Zaraf with $20 says it's a going away gift for Aaron and April. God damn it.
Oh, are we going somewhere?
Oh, we are not going anywhere. I just wanted to share a dream with you. Zen Rhino with $2 says R.I.P. Aaron's teeth. They're right there.
I made that guy save him. Yesterday, going into that appointment, I told Aaron, I'm like, you should save this fucking thing because it's been part of the show. You've yelled at it on the show. Here it is.
Last statue says R.I.P. John L. Sullivan, R.I.P. Jack Dempsey. They were still doing that bit through the entire Bam Margera.
John Denver. That John Denver's full of shit.
H says they have bare knuckle is legal. They have a whole ring. I know you have to get it sanctioned though, is what I'm saying. Like Bam thinks you can just step into a boxing ring and start punching each other, and it's legal because they're in a boxing ring.
Right.
It's not how it works. Zen Rhino says if by some miracle Bam Margera could get into a boxing ring with Johnny Knoxville, he would go down faster than Andy Werski did for his fight. Oh, yeah, with Salt Poppy.
We can have Andy Dick and Bam Margera see who's standing.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine just the smell in that ring?
I would never in a million years feel worse about buying anything else in my entire life. I could buy heroin for an infant.
Oh.
And I would not feel as bad if I bought a pay-per-view fight between Bam Margera and Andy Dick.
God, I wasn't going to go that far. I was going to say, God, buy my own weed for the first time. I wouldn't feel so bad.
I could do the worst possible thing. I could put fentanyl in a grandmother's arthritis medication.
No.
I would not feel as bad as if I paid money to watch Andy Dick fight Bam Margera.
What if it was your grandma?
How much time did she really have left? That's what I mean.
All right.
Laughing Lion says, Laughing Lions with a great point. He says, Bam only wants it bare knuckles because he can't afford boxing gloves.
Well, he spent it all on his nose rings and glasses, as you saw.
Yeah.
Did you see that? He had three gold nose rings in his nose, obviously, and then fancy glasses. Sir
Tinfoil says, stupid old drunk ramblings, just embarrassing. The only problem is he never thinks it's embarrassing because he never sobers up to see that part.
Right.
The thing about drunken ramblings is you can delete it. Like I deleted a tweet yesterday because I was so geeked up on drugs that I misspelled 900 things.
That was kind of funny, though.
No, I kept that one up. The Alex Stein one.
Oh, there was a worse one?
There was something else I tweeted, and when I looked at it, I think it was before they even let you pick me up. And I tweeted something, and I looked at it when I was in the trunk, and I went, I don't even know what the fuck I was trying to say there. I deleted it.
I must have missed that one because, yeah, the Alex Stein one, he had like 4 spelling errors.
Yeah, that one is still up there. Dumbtown says that dude was gone a long time ago. By the way, guys, subscribe to Dumbtown. He's a small channel that does a show. Go support those guys. Guys who like our show and they're trying to do their own thing. I always want to make sure our audience supports them too. I think that's great. So go subscribe to Dumbtown and check them out.
Thank you.
I don't like it when I say that about people, and then the audience will come back and go, I subscribe to that thing that you told me to subscribe to, and I don't like it. And I'm like, well, then don't watch it. Like, I just wanted to help the,
Right, you didn't say go love this show. You just said go support
Go subscribe it, watch it. And then that way you can be like, oh, I would have never known about this show if Aaron hadn't told me to check it out. And it's really good. Or it's totally legal for you to go, this doesn't fit my tastes, and I won't watch it. But don't get mad at me. I just think the guy's cool. He's very supportive of our show. I want you to go subscribe to him. Let's continue on here. Dumbtown writes, hey, Aaron, Grandma wouldn't have arthritis anymore.
That's true. She wouldn't feel it.
Exactly. The pain would be gone forever. Labglass says Knoxville should tell him yes, but if he wins, he has to get clean. And I don't know if he'd ever get clean, but I think he should have to be locked in a rehab with nobody to see him, and the rehab provides him. He can give them money, but they provide him with everything, grocery shopping, all of it.
Let's be honest, though. Like, if he were to try to get clean at this point, he might die from just withdrawals.
Right. So you'd have
He's going to have problems.
Well, that's why Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine says, do you want to do Jackass 5? And he said, yeah. And they go, we got to put you on a cocktail of 27 meds or you're going to be sweating and dying from withdrawals.
That's just the thing. He's so used to the drugs and alcohol at this point that he needs to be on a cocktail of 27 drugs to keep him alive when he gets off those things.
You don't think Tremaine and Knoxville talked to a doctor about what Bam would need to perform?
Of course they did. They would have done that before they ever approached him with a deal.